Hi friends, the basic difference between LOC or loc is label. It is a label based, so we have to use column names, and iloc is based on its position, so we have to use integers. So let's first create our data frame. Visit this URL and download the Excel file with the sample student data, or you can download the CSV file also. It's the same data in the CSV format, or you can even copy this particular data frame. Here is a dictionary, actually dictionary. Then at this line we have created, using the same dictionary we have created a data frame, and then we have set the index. You can use this entire, suppose you don't want to download Excel or CSV, you can copy this code and use it. Now here you can see, once you have downloaded the CSV, the data frame can be created by just changing you change your path and this student Excel file, or if you are download the CSV file, you can use this particular one CSV file and create the data frame. Or if you are using MySQL database, then just use this SQL dump here, and then from our MySQL database you can copy that all the records and create your data frame. Using this sample data frame, let's print all the rows of data. So we'll say print df.iloc. Now what range we are printing? We are saying that starts from let's say all the rows and all the columns. So that's all. Let's just run this and see what it gives. You can see it will print all the rows and records for us. I'll just lift it up. You can see there are 35 rows of data, all are printed. Now instead of that, let me just copy this. I just want to print one column only. So because I had to use integers, so here I will say, instead of all, I will say particularly this is the ID field is 0, 1. All the names I want to print, so I will say 1. Now you can see all the names are available. Now names are printed. Now similarly the third one, if I'll go for third, then all the classes will be printed. So the third column is a column wise all. Sorry, third one is the mark column. So mark column all are printed. So this is how now you can see. If you move up, so you want, suppose the all classes, then I had to move it to 2. Make it 2. I will save this, go back here, run this. Now I will get all the classes here. Now let us get the first record. For the first record, I had to use index position 0. So that will give me the first record, or our ID column should have 1. So let's just see here. Here it is. So I got it. Now suppose I want it in a row wise, then I will put it like this. Here also one more. Now I will get a row with first record, or ID is 1. Here it is. You can see the ID 1 is there. Now let's say the second record. Second means I will make it 1 only. So its index position is 1. So the second record ID should be 2. So here the ID is 2 and index position is here is 1. So now I am getting this particular record. Now similarly, let me just get that what a particular element, say I want this mark to be picked up for the second record, or the ID is 1. So for that I will write it here. I'll remove this. Okay, this is 1, 3. Now this will return me the third element, or the mark element for this. You can see the 85 has come off here. So that is one way of getting the particular element. And name, if I want, I can just put it as 1. If I'll 1, then I will say what's the name will display. Let's see that. You can see this name Max Ruin has come up. Now let's go to what is the last record of it. So last record will be -1. Now I am at the last record. See, it is the -1. It gives me the ID is 34. So I will just put it in a row format. So I am here. Now this will give me the last record. Yeah, here it is. The last record is here. Now let's get a range of records. So we'll start from 2, index position 2 to 5. So the 5 will not be included. So index position 2 to 5 records. Now let me just, so 2, 3, 4 will come. So let's just see, here you see index position 2, 3, 4, 3 records have come up. This is over a range. So you can start from 10, end with 15, or any range you can define in this way. So now let's go to the last 2 records. So I will say -2, and this, sorry, this I will keep it, this I'll remove. Now I will get the last 2 records. So let's just check that. Here it is. So the last 2 records are here. So this is then the first 2 records. Now in that case I had to bring the colon this side, remove this. Let's see what I am getting. Here are the first 2 records. Okay, then now what happens? Now this I will put a minus here. Now I will get all the records except the last 2. So let's just run it. We'll get a lead list. You just see it ends with here at 32, 33, 34, 35 record ID, or the index ID 33, 34 is not included. Everything except the last 2. Then so I will just go here and I will put it like this. Now I will get second from the bottom. So the last, from the last, it's the second record, or I'll just make it a list now. Let me just, so I will get it second one, 34. One more is there, that is 35. So like that, from the end I can commit. Now one more important thing is sometimes we have to get it alternate rows of records. So alternate rows I may get it. So for that, what I will do, I will just 2. Now I will get okay, this is fine. I will get the alternate records. So let's just see that. You can see it starts from here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 alternate are there. Now even I can make it 3 also. Once I make it 3, then 2 will be after the step of 2 it will repeat. So you just remember earlier it is 1, 2 is left, 3, 4 is left, 5, like that. Now you see I am saving this, running it once again. Okay, it has come up. Here you see 1, then 2, 3 are left, 4 has come, 5, 6 left, 7, 8, 9 has left, 10 has come, 11, 12, then 13, like that. I can, any step values I can jump also. Now let's get the first row and the last row. So here I will just make one more. Okay, the first row is my 0th row. So I will say 0, then last row equal to -1. So this should give me the first and the last row. You can see the first is 1, then the last is 35 ID. So these 2 are come up. Now let's go to how we will use this iloc in callback function. We can, because that will open us to various other logics which you can incorporate. So let's just try that. Now for that I will just comment this line and let me just go and print the same alternate rows 1, 1, then 2, 3, 5, like that, by using a callback function. So for that purpose, let me say print. I am using df.iloc. Fine. Now I am giving this. Okay, inside that I will write lambda x colon. Now x dot index. It should read the index value. Modulus. Modulus is divided by 2 equal to 0. 0. Now what happens? That's all. So this is a callback function I am using. This condition will change it. So other things also will come, will filter it out. So let's just run this and see. Here you can see the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, like that. You can also change this modulus value to, let's say, you can give it a value 3. So another set of, we know what the, here it is 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, like that. You can go on the based on the, look at this ID value here. So whatever is divisible by 3 we are getting, because we have used here the index. So now let's just keep this. Anyway, all this source code you can download it. The URL is there. I'm just commenting this. I'm pasting it. One more we'll try. So here now we'll say the particular certain list we'll use. So X. Now instead of this logic, we will say. So I will delete up to this point. Now I will say X colon. Now another list I will say 4 6 12 4 6 12. So this I will be getting asking. So now this three particular rows only with the values. Let's see this. You see the index 4 6 12. Now so far what you are getting is getting it based on the index. Now let's say why not to get it based on certain column values. So whatever, because various conditions may arise by using the columns. So let's just, I'm just copying this at the top. So here I am, instead of index I will use id. So id, now id is also a integer, so I can divide it. Let's say the alternate again 2. Let's see how this works. Sorry, type is not available. So what I do, okay, I had to use a list here. Outside I will use list because it will take a list here. List will end here. Now let's just see how it works. Now this list I am giving now. Now it is alternately 1 3 5 7 9. All these are coming up here. Now this is based on ID. So you see the ID column 2 4 6 8. Whenever it is divisible by 2, the modulus is 0. The remainder of the division is 0. Then you go to that's our logic. Now let's say print all this way, that show me all the rows which got mark column more than 90. So I'll just copy up to this, paste it here. I will just comment this line, or let me just remove up to this line, not required. Fine. So now I will say whatever the mark column is more than say 90. So list again I will saying mark more than 90. So wherever it is true up to this, fine. So whatever the records are there, show me the records where the mark column is more than 90. Here it is. So you can see these two 94 96, see the mark column. So based on the marks we are taken out. I can create a Boolean array, and based on that I can filter out the data from the data frame. But here the issue is I have to exactly match. If I am filtering the columns, then I have to match the total number of columns, then otherwise I have to match the total number of rows. There are only 5 columns, so let's just first try with our filtering our columns. So I will say print df dot iloc iloc. Now I will say starts with all the rows. Now the column side I am filtering. Here I am using my true, false, whatever the true. Then I am putting, because I have to go 5 numbers. True. Now then false. This is 4. Now one more I have to go. I have to go here true. So now this is I have put it all the true, false. So I have set it. What are the columns I want? I want first one, then one alternate. 3 out of 5, 1 2 3. 3 columns will be displayed. Let's just run this and see. Here you can see 1 2 3 ID, class, gender. ID, then class, then gender. These 3 are, the name is removed and the mark is removed because I have put false there. Now this is what column we have matched. Now let's come to the row wise, but there are 35 rows, so 35 times we have to, whatever the rows we want, true, false, we will write. Now for that purpose, what we will do, let's just take a small data frame out of our main data frame. So for that, what I will see is I will just df2 equal to, I am creating another data frame from the main source data frame. Now what I will do is, let me just take it from 0 to 3. So what I am getting is now the only 3 rows of data that I will use it in filtering. So I will say print df2. Now I am taking, it has only 3 rows of data. So I lock. Now I will say Again, the array I will try. First one true, so first record show me, then false, don't show me the second record. Then you go to, sorry, here false, then again true. Now here I will say that's all. So if this I am doing, it means I am asking only those records where it is true, that records only to back. Now let me just save this and run once. Here it is, you can see one first one or the 0 index and the 2, because this is df2 means I have only 3 rows of data in my data frame. That's all. This is the iloc is based on the index position. Next we will learn, in the next part we will learn about loc, where we will be using the column names, the string matching, starting with, ending with, all the string, and that is more frequently that is required also. So that we will learn in the second part of it. So that's all, friends. I request you, please subscribe. We are going to learn lot of things on this pandas, which is highly useful for the data analysis purpose. Share these videos with your friends and please subscribe and press the bell icon, so you'll be notified and as and when we produce the next one. So, and please request your friends also to subscribe, and if you have any doubt, question, suggestion, use the comment section below to post it, and thank you for watching.